MSNBS's Joyless Reed attacked Twitter's new boss, Elon Musk. Isn't it amazing, friends? Liberals are bailing out of Twitter upon hearing that an African American wants to restore free speech to the platform. Some would consider that racist. Joining me now is editor-in-chief TrishIntel.com and host of the Trish Regan Show, Trish Regan herself, along with political analyst Mark Halperin. Great to see you both, as always. Trish, we begin with you. You know, liberals are falling apart over Musk's purchase of Twitter. We're seeing notable conservatives, including Donald Trump Jr., Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, conservative talk show host Dana Lash, good friend of ours, all gaining thousands of new followers since Musk's purchase, while many well-known liberals losing massive amounts of followers. What's your read on this?
My read is someone has tinkered with the algorithms. Once those algorithms are exposed, which I believe Elon Musk will ensure they are, and they are open sourced, we're going to see a lot more of this. Look, it's very clear what has been going on. I see it every single day in what I do, where they will deliberately try to suppress things. I've gotten notes from Google's YouTube saying, well, you know, when you're talking about the 10-year yield, the 10-year bond, the yield on the 10-year bond, it's considered, quote, sensitive events. Sensitive events. I mean, I'm sorry, this is code speak for we don't want you. We don't want you. And that's what they have done to multiple conservatives, Chris. I think everybody is sick and tired of it. And I go back to this. If that's the way you're going to operate, then you are going to create a society that has less and less and less trust in the system. Go around the world. Look at any bad government out there. Typically what you see is they're always trying to control the narrative. They have no freedom of speech. Yep. And this is not a social media thing. This is something that gets embedded into a society. So now we're dealing with this with big tech. And you know what? I think it's fantastic. I think Elon has a real shot of exposing everything, of creating a politically neutral platform that allows for all sides. And that is good for America.
It would be great. You know, all we need is a whole bunch of wealthy folks now to do a hostile takeover of Google after what they did to the Republican National Committee's emails. I don't know if you saw that. That was crazy. Gmail. Mark, speaking of MSNBS, one of their political hosts, Ari Melber, I don't know him very well, also went on a rant about Elon Musk's buyout of Twitter. He's being mocked tonight for suddenly echoing conservatives. Watch this.
You own all of Twitter or Facebook or what have you. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't even have to be transparent. You could secretly ban one party's candidate or all of its candidates, all of its nominees, or you could just secretly turn down the reach of their stuff and turn up the reach of something else, and the rest of us might not even find out about it till after the election.
Mark, when Twitter was in censorship's hands, left-wingers said nothing about influencing elections. Now that free speech may be coming back to the Twitterverse, now they acknowledge, hey, maybe it could impact elections. You just can't make this stuff up.
Chris, I think we know one thing about Ari Melber. He has a better sense of irony than you do.
It's true.
I mean, you know, this remains one of the biggest stories in the country because of the pervasive reach of these monopolies. And you can respect the private sector, but you can also have to recognize the power that places like Google and Facebook and Twitter have. In this case, the left is freaking out in part because they're afraid of anything associated with the right. But in part, the smarter ones know they've had an incredible ride. The liberal dominance of these Silicon Valley companies has given them trillions, billions, however you want to appraise it, of power within the media wars, within the information wars. And they're squealing because they don't want to lose the power.
Guys, give me about 45 seconds apiece on this one. Trish, we'll start with you. This Harvard Capps Harris poll showed only 37% of voters want Biden to run for another term in 2024. Kamala Harris's popularity in the party is even lower than Joe Biden's. Trish, after the last year and a half, has America finally awakened to the fact that socialism sucks?
Well, yeah. I mean, just look at inflation, right? You can't keep printing money and just giving it out to whoever you think you want to. Which, by the way, they're still talking about, because Biden now is looking at, a student loan forgiveness program that seems to be more drastic than the one he had talked about just about a week ago. Anyway, socialism, we know, does not work. What they're trying to do clearly does not work with all of this money printing that they have engaged in over the last year and a half. It has been an economic disaster. You have a growing number of banks, Deutsche Bank, now the latest, coming out saying we are destined for a major recession. And that's because the Fed is stuck. What is the Fed going to do? How the heck do you actually raise rates at a time when your economy is crumbling?
Yeah, and Chuck Schumer tripling down on stupid, saying the solution to inflation is raising taxes. I mean, this you can't make, as I said to you in the first question, you can't make this stuff up, but it does have political ramifications, no?
President Biden, Vice President Harris, the Democrats have done damage to their short-term brand. They're clearly going to have done damage when we get to the midterms to the party. I think the issue now is, particularly for grab groups like Hispanic voters, young voters, are they doing long-term damage to the party because of the status of their brand?
Yeah, well, if you ask Latinos in South Texas, it's long-lasting historical damage the Democrats continue to do to their communities today because of this rampant, uncontrolled illegal immigration. Trish Regan, Mark Halpern, thank you both. Appreciate it.